In this video, I'm going to show you how to insert an Edge Animate composition in this web page, index.html, which you can find in the workshop assets. Adobe Edge Animate is a new timeline-based tool that builds animations using HTML5, JavaScript and CSS3, and it's included as part of a Creative Cloud subscription. So let's open up Adobe Edge Animate. Then go to Open File. And if you navigate to the workshop assets, there's a folder called Edge Animate. Open that and then select slideshow.html and click Open. This loads a slideshow of 6 images that I've created in Edge Animate, and you can preview the slideshow by clicking this play button at the top left of the timeline. The slideshow uses a variety of transitions, including fades, zooming images in and out, and sliding them from different directions. Now let's just stop the preview. The question is, how do I get this slideshow from Animate into Dreamweaver? Well, actually, it's very simple. First, you need to publish the animation as a composition. A composition is a single file that contains all the individual components of an animation. To create the composition, go to the File menu and select Publish Settings, and it opens this dialog box here. By default, the published target is web. You want to deselect that and then select Animate Deployment Package. And it gives you the target directory is in your same directory that you created the animation, and then a subdirectory called Publish then Animate Package, and the published name will be Slideshow, and that's all you need to do. So I'm just going to click that, save, and then publish. And let's just see what happens. I'm going to go to Windows Explorer, do this on Finder in a Mac, and then the Edge Animate folder, and there's the publish folder being created in there, and Animate Package. And there is my composition. It's an OAM file, slideshow.oam. And this contains all the assets that are needed to insert that slideshow in a web page. So now that I've created the composition, let's go back to Dreamweaver. And I want to insert the composition just after this heading here. So I'm going to put my insertion point there, then select the H2 tag in the tag selector at the bottom of the document window and press my right arrow key once to make sure that I'm outside the H2 tags. And to insert the composition, go to the Insert panel, the Media category. There's Edge Animate Composition there. Alternatively, you can go to the Insert menu and in the Media submenu, Edge Animate Composition. And you can see that there is also a keyboard shortcut. They all do exactly the same thing. I'm going to click here and it opens the dialog box, select Edge Animate Package, and I just need to go to the Edge Animate folder and publish Animate Package. There is my OAM file. I'll select that and just click OK. And Dreamweaver has inserted a placeholder for the Animate composition here with the Animate logo. Let's just move down a little bit and make sure we select that. And you can see that in the Property Inspector it's got the ID Edge ID. I'll change that to Slideshow. And then let's put some classes with it. Apply multiple classes. I don't want it to be rounded. I do want a shadow, and I want to float it to the right. So click OK, and we've floated it to the right there. So let's go into Live View to see the result, and we get a little preloader there, and there is the animation. But unfortunately we've got this rather large border around here. Let's see what's causing that. I'll go out of Live View. We've got it selected, and the width and height. Dreamweaver has added an extra 20 pixels on both measurements, so I need to change that to 390 and then 260. So let's try it in live view again. There's that preloader, and if we go down, and yes, the drop shadow is in the correct place now. And the animation is working very nicely. So let's just go out of live view and see what has actually happened in the underlying HTML. Open split view, and what has happened is that Dreamweaver has inserted an object which imports all the necessary files to create the animation. And if you look in the Files panel, there is a new folder there called edgeanimate_assets. And if we expand that, you see there's another folder there called Slideshow. The assets for the slideshow are all inside there. Now, if you don't want Dreamweaver to use the default edgeanimate_assets folder for your assets, you can change the default by going to Site, then Manage Sites, and select the site that you're working in and click the Edit button. Then in Advanced Settings, down at the bottom is Edge Animate Assets, and you can specify the name of the folder where you want the Edge Animate files to be stored. I'm going to leave it at the default, so I'm just going to click Cancel and then Done to get back to my page. So that's how you get an animation from Edge Animate into Dreamweaver. Let's just go over the steps again. In Edge Animate itself, go to the File menu, select Publish Settings, and select Animate Deployment Package. Then you can publish, either by clicking this Publish button here, or by clicking Publish in the File menu. And that creates an OAM file, a single file that contains all the assets necessary to display your animation in a web page. And then in Dreamweaver, choose the position where you want to insert the animation, and then choose Edge Animate Composition from the Media category of the Insert panel or from the Insert menu, and Dreamweaver inserts the animation into your web page as an HTML object that pulls in all the necessary files.